Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. And as you see, today we are playing Rimworld. And if you're like, what is Rimworld? If you're wondering what this game is, I'll read you this brief thing on the Steam page. It says a sci-fi colony sim driven by an driven by an intelligent AI storyteller. Generates stories by simulating cytology, ethology, gunplay, melee combat, climate, biomes, diplomacy, interpersonal relationships, art, medicine, trade, and more. And that's what it says right there. There was more that to be read on the Steam page, but I just wanted to give you that brief little thing. But anyways, without further ado, let's move onwards with the video game. So we're gonna start a new colony because this is a first time playing this on the channel. And so yeah, this is maybe one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, this game is, whew, man, what can be said about this game? This game is a lot or so. I mean, this game, I don't know how to describe it, because you can do so much in this game. You know what, since we're just gonna be doing, let's just strive to survive. Yeah, so, yeah, this game is, I don't know what words to say for this game, because, like, this game is just, like, I don't know, this game is crazy. You can do so much in this game. Like, I have, like, maybe it's around, like, let me see, 661 hours. Wow, on my Steam page. Yeah, that's what it says for the, if that's what it's called. I said Steam page. That's what it says I have logged into this game, 661 hours. Yeah, I think it's like 661.8, but yeah, that's how much it says I have logged into this. Now, that may not all be accurate and true, because there may be times when I left it running, and then forgot to turn it off. But yeah, I have played this game a lot though over the time that I've had it, and so yeah, it definitely is a fun game. It's kind of like Minecraft in the sense of there's like kind of like infinite replayability. You can always kind of like find something else to do, find something more to do, find something else to challenge yourself with. And there's always kind of something more to do in this game. It's really kind of crazy, but it also kind of makes it like really fun too. How there's so much possibility and so much available to you. It's really just insane how this game is. And this is just developed by like a few people or something or whatever. I mean, this is not developed by like a big studio like Rockstar or Bethesda. This is developed by like certainly a smaller studio than that, and they developed like such an incredible game, I want to say. But yeah, anyways, here's our 3 characters. And sorry if I talked about the other stuff from before, like where to pit our map and whatnot. But yeah, I was just trying to, oh darn it. Yeah, sorry, my bad for that. I was just trying to talk and keep things going and not be distracted by stuff. But since now I did that and restarted it, maybe I will just talk then. But yeah, since I feel like when I play this game, I'd like to get a place that has year-round growing periods. That's not too warm, also not too chilly either. That also, I feel like I like to have granite and maybe sandstone is maybe my top. I have to look up on like the wiki again, but granite for sure. I feel like I like to have number 1. Granite I like to have on here for sure, and this might mean like how much is in here. So maybe slate is the most prevalent in this map, but then limestone, then granite. But I like to have granite on here, and if this means like what is the most prevalent, what is the most popular on this map, then I like to have granite at the top. Then this granite is really good, I want to say. So then I feel like I just like to have I like to have a good growing period, a good average temperature, and I like to have granite in there. And I dust a flat terrain and movement difficulties also as well, because it makes it easier on you. To be honest, I don't really know how much that stuff is like on the map that you play on, but yeah, anyways, let's just move forwards though. And then there's advanced settings you can do. You can start either on auto, or you can choose what one you prefer. You can also choose the map size if you want like a really big map size. I mean, I just keep this stuff just default, I want to say though. You can also select a random site. If I already chose one site, I don't want to do that. There's various factions in this game. And then, so yeah, and then, some of them start off with neutral. It seems some of them you already start off with being hostile towards, and some of them, you just are permanently hostile towards. And then I believe you can attack them. I believe later on as the game progresses, you can attack these settlements and, maybe even take them over. Or just destroy them and then yeah, and then just move on. Here's me, yeah. And then yeah, here's our colonist. You seem to hit 8 for the beginning. And you can switch these. You can like if you're like, oh, I want Delachi instead of Sing, then you're like, okay, if you want Sing instead of then you can put that back. So you can select different people, but for sake of simplicity, we're just gonna pick these 3. These may not be good, but we're just going with it. We're just going with it anyways, and let's try it out. And then yeah, it starts off with this. It says the 3 of you await in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship was torn apart. Sometime later, you land in this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded spaceship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. And then here's the start of the game. It's also kind of like Minecraft in the sense of it's kind of like a sandbox. It's open-ended. So yeah, you kind of just make it as you will. It's a storyteller, so you kind of just make up your own story, make up your own talent, make up your own history, like how did this happen, like and whatnot. And there is an end game. There is like something you can reach towards at the end, like you can. Like just the starflight thing, you can build a rocket ship to escape this place. So there is an end game if you want to do that, but I don't think that you have to at all. It's just an optional thing if you want to. But yeah. But anyways, I recommend at the beginning of a game just going around and unchecking these so that so that they can touch these because if they're like this, it says they're they're not allowed to interact with this. If you do that, then they are allowed. If you do it like that, it forbids them. If you do it, it allows them. So I would recommend doing this so that they are able to access these things. And then I would recommend for your best melee fighter. I would give your best melee fighter the flat vest and the flat pants. The flat vest and the flat pants and the plasteel helmet. And then if you're wondering how I can select more than one thing at a time, just press shift, or at least that's what I'm doing, and then it allows them to have multiple things in your queue. So instead of just having to pick up one thing at a time, just doing this and selecting that, doing 3 separate actions, you just, you just do boom, 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 and then they do it all. Yeah, so then instead of, it's made some more convenient on you. So yeah, I would recommend for your melee person, once again, to do plasteel helmet, flat vest, and flat pants, and then give them the knife, obviously, because a melee is for like knives, and so and like clubs and maces and swords and whatnot. Um. And then, wow, that's quite a name. I didn't even realize that to now. The name is Loser. Wow. Okay, that's certainly something. Um, so yeah, this person has these 4 things queued up. I have it paused right now, so you can. The things organized. The things so you're not like overwhelmed by so much thrown at you at one time. Trying to figure out so many things at once. I pause it so we can have more of a chill. Like time just to get things in order. And then I would give your best a shooter. I would give the rifle to your best shooter. And I would give, I guess, if they can pick up a revolver, if they're not a pacifist or whatnot, I would say I guess just give the remainder to the revolver. And so then I guess we'll just continue so they can pick up those things, and you can press 1, 2, or 3 on your keyboard to make the speeds go by faster. You can press space to pause it. And then there's various things over here. Like if you want a total automatic rebuild, like if you have a fire and you have a wood house and like some parts of it are destroyed, then I think this will be nice because it's gonna automatically rebuild the structures that are in the home area. And then also, and then if you're wondering about like what it means by home area, I don't know if I can show you. Oh yeah, since there's not. But like basically like once you start building property, you get like start to the home area. And so then like as anything that will be inside of the home area will be automatically repaired. Okay, come on. But yeah, you will hopefully see that if you start to build something in this episode. And there's room stats. And you need a nice room for your colonists to be satisfied and fulfilled. There's a beauty display. I also want it to be like beautiful, to a certain degree. I mean, like they like. I guess the more beautiful, the better. They don't want to be living on like mud floors and have mud everywhere. That would not be good for them. They would not like that. They would not be happy. Fertility, which shows you how fertile the ground is and what's the best place to grow stuff. And then just green means it's a rich soil. So fertility, as you see in the bottom left, is 140%. So this means that stuff like plants, food, corn, potatoes, heel root will grow faster in this area because of the rich soil buff. So yeah, you just have that. It shows you the fertile areas around. To be honest, some of this is new to me because I haven't played this game in quite some time. Like really, I want to say. So some of the stuff is new to me as well. I want to say like But yeah, and then you have this visibility of roughs, and then you have to be very cautious and careful because if you go mining, like if you were to mine out of this whole area, like all of this, then be very cautious because you don't want this to collapse and then for it to either like severely hurt or damage your colonist, either by like giving them like either just crushing them and killing them instantly, or just maybe like slicing off their arm, or like giving them like massive blood loss and they just bleed to death and like really fast or whatnot. So be very cautious about going mining if you're trying to get out this whole entire thing. So this doesn't collapse on you, it doesn't like kill or severely injure your colonist. Also, if you're building a house, keep that in mind about the roofs. So if you deconstruct it doesn't fall and collapse on you as well. But if you're doing a house, then I would just recommend just to remove the roof area. So then so then they can remove it. So then once you can, so you can deconstruct it and don't have to worry about it falling on you and collapsing and hurting your colonist. You can also do you can also do oh well, maybe never mind. I guess this just removes that. And you can do a build rough area if they're not already building it automatically. Oh, my bad. Yeah, there's a lot to this game. Like, there's so much to this game. I don't know if I can really fully describe it and say everything in the video length of this video. But I mean, there's so much to this game. You really start experience it for yourself. There's a world tab. You can like trade with different places. You can attack these places, I believe. Man, there's so much. There's so much, and then there is once you get further on in the game, it pops up with like it pops up. It says like where there's like a starship somewhere on the map, like maybe it'll be like right here or something, and then either you can try and build the starship, or you can try and like I think just trek to over here, and then get to it in its state. So I guess either you can build it, or you can either just trek over to some place yourself. I guess it depends on your preference. But I think, regardless, I think you have to fight like some enemies once you get there. Maybe for some time until it's ready. And then there's quests. You may get from time to time. There's like research. To research all these things like tree sowing, returf bow, and then you can all these things. Yeah, some of this stuff is new to me. I feel like some of this stuff is certainly new to me. I haven't played this game in quite some time, so it is nice and neat to see these new improvements. And I want to say these good improvements, these quality of life things. It's nice to see these types of things. So I think since I don't think these like graphics where it shows you stuff, I don't think this was here before when I played. It shows you like what you unlock with these like graphics. I think maybe it's like tree sowing, and then you just research it, and then you just have it. I don't think it shows you these neat little graphics, these quality of life things. It shows you like what you unlocked and what it looks like, which is really nice. I like that. But it shows you all the wildlife in the map, and then you can hunt them. You can. Yeah, so then you can choose which ones to hunt. But be cautious though, as like it says, Metasloths have a 50% base chance to attack when harmed. Some animals have a chance to attack when they are harmed. So be very cautious when you're going to attack an animal. Like if it's a thrumbo, which is like the big thing in this game, like maybe like the biggest and strongest and most powerful animal in the base game. Those, if they attack you, I mean, even if you have like good armor and good guns, you still might be as good as dead, because those things are so powerful. So be very cautious and be very careful. Like it says right there, these animals have a chance to attack you. Tutors have a chance to, so just be very cautious. And also, even when you're being trying to tame them, if you're trying to tame an animal, if you have a failed taming attempt, then it may just turn on you and attack you. So just be very cautious, and be very just on the be on the lookout. I would maybe just it also tells you like what chance the animals have to attack. So if you just want the easy food, just maybe go for some squirrels. Maybe just like wild boars. Maybe more easy out it seems than Metasloths or rhinoceroses or tutors. It also shows you the gender of the animal. It shows you the life stage, how old it is. So this game has so much depth to it. It's insane. And here's our animal. We have a horse to start off with. It's 6 years old. You can customize these things. You can customize builds. You can euthanize and anesthetize it, sterilize it, which I think makes it so it's no longer reproduce. You can euthanize if you want, just maybe get the meat from it, and just like kill it. You can select what medicine you want to give it to it. If you want just like, I think it's called like, I can't ever pronounce it. precisely. I probably didn't pronounce it good enough. But let me just yeah, see, yeah. Oh, no, best quality. Well, maybe they changed the name of it, because before that medicine had a name. Oh yeah, yeah. See, here it is. Yeah, there's horrible, then there's very medicine, then there's I can't pronounce that. Maybe Thunderworld medicine, or hopefully that was good enough. But you can also see here as well. This is the best medicine in the game. Like if you get this thing called the plague, then like you're pretty much done for. You're pretty much screwed. You're pretty much dead. Or, I mean, depending on it, but that stuff is dangerous. So, but this medicine is so good. Like this medicine basically save you from like any maybe disease. Um, but also it's not like a miracle. Like if you're like 90% infectivity, and once you reach 100%, or if that's exactly what it is, told, then you die if you reach 100%. Or I want to say, but like if you're like 90% and you haven't done any medicine, and it's like a fast thing, like the plague I want to say was fast, um, then I don't know if this would really help save you then, because it's maybe too late. But this medicine is so very good, though. I mean, that medicine is, that medicine is just very good, very good. And then there's so much to this thing. You can have restrictions, you can have drug policies, you can have outfits, you can make your colonists ignore, attack, or flee. I want to say I recommend them to attack, unless they're the pacifists, or something which is refuses to fight, and just won't fight or can't fight stuff, which I want to say is in this game, something like that. Then I would maybe send them on to flee, so they just maybe flee from something instead of just being like just sitting there and being like mauled to death or whatever. So yeah, I would say maybe if they can fight, maybe have them on attack. Um, but just keep an eye on that. Just watch over them. So in case something happens, like they're not attacking like a Thrumbo or a Rhino or a Metasloth, because that would end in sure death, especially in the state of being they are now. That would not be good. So just keep an eye on them. But I would say keep them on attack though. You can do their schedules. Let's see if you have any ones that are night owls. Yeah, here's their traits. Temperamental interest, jealous, undergrounder. So yeah, but if there was a night owl, they prefer to sleep in the daytime and work at night. So then instead, maybe having hours like this, maybe their maybe instead of sleep hours like that, maybe their work hours would be this. So instead, maybe sleeping at night, they would work at night and then sleep like in the morning, sleep in the daytime. See, you can customize it to how you want, to how you be. You can copy and paste it if it makes it easier. Be like, oh, I want to copy and paste that there. Okay. You can have home areas. Yeah, there's this game million has so much stuff. It's just like I know how to describe it. There's so much to this game. It's insane. This is very important. I would say one of the first things you should do once you start a brand new game is go into here and customize your priorities. I would say make everyone, I want to say, a number 1 for firefight. But then also, but look at these boxes that have more of a glow to them, or however you would describe it, because this shows what they are higher and still at. So make the people that are high and still, make them high on their priority list. And if they can't do it at all, well then it just can't do it there. It just can't do it there. So you don't have to worry about it. But if it's something that has a 0, a very low still, a warden, then maybe just make it so. Well, I guess if you don't have it on there at all, they just want to do it. But if you want them on there, but you want it to be very low priority, where it's like the last thing they will do, before it to be normal, high, top. But if they can't do it, if it's low like that, then just maybe don't have to be there. But yeah, I would say have people be firefights, and then I would say have this be number 1, 2 as well, so that the colonists don't do medical effort treatment. Have the best doctor obviously be on there at number 1, maybe the second best, maybe number 3 or 2, depending on how it is, how you feel. I would say, yeah, have to be number 1 as well, so they can just, get some rest. And then basics, I think it's just like flipping switches and whatnot, so number 1 as well. The warden, since he's a warden, and he's the only one, that's just have to be number 1. He's a handler, he's number 1 handler, he's number 1 tut. He's the best tut, so do that. Maybe it had to be number 2, but then since he's also doing tutting, maybe this person should be doing the hunting, so he's not too strained with too much responsibilities. And then everyone should maybe be number 1 for construction. Everyone should maybe be number 1 for Drow. Maybe everyone should be number 1 for mining, so everyone can do that. Plant tutting. But it really kind of depends on you and what you would prefer your colonists to do, because the higher level they are in plant tutting or such, I think it maybe gives you a higher yield on the crop. So maybe like more potatoes for that crop that they harvest, or maybe it means less chance of failure or something. So I think it's better the higher still they are. So maybe don't do this, but I don't know. This really depends on you. But also, if you do mining, I think it makes some higher still means faster mining, and maybe get more from the mining. Drawing, I think this allows you to draw more. Maybe some other things. I don't know everything about this game. I played it a lot. I haven't played it in some time. There's new stuff. So, but yeah, this game has a lot to it. So I don't know. I don't know everything. But construction, you can only construct certain things at certain levels. Smithing, tailoring, art, clean research. Research is very important if you want to unlock new things in this game. I would say cleaning. Like if you have someone who doesn't who's maybe a pacifist and whatnot, or someone who can't do a lot of things, then maybe assign them the cleaning job, because they might just be useless and be idle. So if they can't do a lot of stuff, but they can do cleaning, then maybe assign them cleaning and hauling jobs, so they can do that while everyone else maybe just tutting and cleaning, and just tutting and hunting and hauling and mining and whatnot. But yeah, there's so much to this game. Yeah, there's that, and I would recommend going to this. Click on that check mark that I showed before, like was done before, so that you can manually select how these things are instead of just saying, instead of just being a blanket slate of you do this or you do not do this, but to have it be more of a priority. Change that. And then there's so much change you can do in here, so much change you can make. You can make all this furniture, you get more as you research more. You can get air conditioning, because depending on what climate you are in, it may be very hot, or you can get a heater because it might be very cold. But I would recommend maybe just to have these even in a climate like this, because there's this thing called heat waves. It's maybe what they're called exactly, where they can come and make things really hot, so have these just in case. And then heaters, if it gets chilly, and then vents, so you can maybe circulate the air throughout the place, so it's more efficient and not having a air conditioning in every room. And then to beginning, depending on how you would like things to go, I think you can have a campfire to roast meat on. If you're if these run out, if your practice survival meals run out or something, you can put stuff on a campfire. Passive toolers is more of a early game, I guess air conditioning, and maybe type of thing. There's so much to this game. It's literally insane. But anyways, the video is like 30 minutes now, but we still haven't did much because I mean, there's so much to this game, it's literally insane. So, but we'll just try and do some chopping down of some trees. Just chop down like that. You can just tell them to hunt stuff, like hunt this. Like, you can either just click on it and tell them, or you can just do a zone if you want. Just be like do multiple things. You can do that. You can just tell them to slaughter. Tell them to haul if you want them to haul these rats. To allow. You know, to forbid. There's so much to this game. It's insane. If you want to just like plan things out, like plan like a house. Yeah, then you can just like plan that, and then once they build it, these are deleted, I believe, or you can just delete them in the meantime. You can remove paint. If there's any paint here, you can take the you can smooth the surface, like if it's like over in an area like that. You can paint the floor. You can remove the floor. I say like there's just there's so much. You can tell them to don't mine if you want them to mine for some time patented steel. But yeah, let's just build a little place though. And then colonists like to have their own private places, and they like them to be pretty decently sized, I want to say. So like they don't like to have like they don't want to have like everyone sharing one place together. Like they wouldn't want you to have like 3 beds just like that. Like they would want to have their own separate place. So but yeah, but since yeah, so it's just so then once this place is all built and there's yeah, you see he's building a roof now, yeah. And then this means, you know, rain, it's protected from the elements, so things won't rot as fast as outside. It's unroughed, it's raining, it's outdoors. You know, it's deteriorating. I don't know if raining makes it deteriorate more, but just having stuff be outdoors and unroofed, I think it makes it deteriorate. Maybe if it's outdoors but roughed still, I think to maybe do something like that, then it may be better, but yeah. But anyways, this place is roughed. It's safe. There's no rain coming in. And you can put a floor in, like if you want to have a nice wood floor. You can also speed stuff along if it's taking too long. Well, I guess this place is a permanent summer, so you don't need to really worry about maybe that freezing of temperatures. But I think there's maybe both extremes of the thing. I think there's like maybe like the hot, maybe like stuff where you do the hot and stuff where you do the cold, I want to say. So just be cautious and maybe just have a heater and an air conditioner just on the ready. So yeah, so that's that. This little area, and they like to also have a light, but we don't have a light. Is it's at the beginning. You can build like wind turbines. You can start getting electricity. Let's see if we can just hurry up and do some wind turbines. And then I can show you how the power. And then power conduit, throughout this place. You don't need to really do it along the perimeter, because like it reaches out hopefully you'll see. But yeah, it doesn't need to be attached to it directly because it can reach out to it. But yeah, as you see, it's 38 degrees out right now. That's pretty chilly. So maybe but inside it's not much better. So this is maybe where a heater would come through. A heater would come in. So that it would stay at a good temperature. And you typically want the best people to do the things to make the best chance of stuff happening. And then, and then that's blocked by a tree, so just keep in mind to just chop down stuff that's in the perimeter, that's it's in the area. I don't know if you need to chop down all like the grass in the ground, but at least the trees should be cut away so they can so this windmill can work. And then I'd like to show you like about the rooms and how your colonists like to have their space in their rooms, not be like crammed with not be really crammed. But maybe for the sake of this, we'll just maybe have something like this. And yeah, and then have another wooden bed there, and have another maybe like wooden bed there. Yeah, so then have like the wall, and so yeah, and then you can build copies of it. You just press that, and then you just build a copy. You can build a copy of it, or like this, just boom, boom. There's a copy of it. This person has, as is lucky, and has the bigger room. And as you get further on in the game, if you research it, you can unlock like automatic doors and whatnot. There's a lot to this game. Obviously, I won't do over everything because I don't know how long this would be a long video. Trust me, because there is so much to do in this game. It would take you so long to complete it. Maybe, well, I guess it depends on maybe a variety of things. But yeah, this game is crazy, and as you see, like random things can happen. Like these people just became lovers, so now they want to sleep together on a double wide bed. So yeah, and then also like they may say like funny things, like yeah, by play for making sane pursued loser. By play for making fun of her voice, loser became aroused and agreed to become Sane's lover. So yeah, it's like this game's kind of funny and it has like some humor to it as well. And also you can click on them. It shows you their health, what they are. It shows you that if they have any I'm sorry, my bad for my stuttering or stammering there. Maybe in like pre-existing conditions. Shows you like how stuff is. You want this to be, I would say, 100% or even better, so then they can be operating at good efficiency. I would say have your colonists be on this regular medicine, and always, most definitely, always have them on self-tend. So then they can, like if they like, so yeah, it's based on explanatory. So they can tend to themselves. Like if they're like the only ones alive, the only ones remaining, or what have you, they can, or if they're like far away from someone, or I don't know, whatever. But I would just say that's always wise to have self-tend, so they can do that and not have to depend on someone else if someone else can't do it or whatnot for some reason. That's always wise. So that they have to be on the doctor thing. So then for that, maybe I was putting it at priority level 4. So then they have the ability to do that, but it's not. But they're not just going to heal some random colonists, because you definitely don't want a 0 level doctor probably helping someone. I probably want to maybe do too well. But yeah, and then you can add bills. You can harvest stuff. You can you can install things that if you research like bionics or whatnot, prosthetics, you can install prosthetics. So yeah, this game is so much. This game is so fun. This game has so much you can do with it. It's so fun, and there's so much you can do. It's insane. It's such a game. I just love it. Or not. So yeah, and you can change default settings. Maybe have these to like herbal medicine, but I'll just keep it that for now. Tells you the age. I think it's their their chronological age is 144 years, since you maybe were frozen in some like animated suspension or whatnot beforehand. But then your biological age is you're actually 50, like you're 52 years old, but you're actually, I say 144. But yeah, so yeah, since maybe you were frozen or whatnot, or some suspended animation or something. And yeah, here's their health, here's their needs, what they, like their food and whatnot. they want recreation. You know, they like to, you know, just all this stuff. There's their bio. It tells you like what they're incapable of, their traits. Man, it's just so much to this game. You can rename them. You can never mind. There's so much. It's insane. You can banish them. If it's like, I don't know if you're doing some survivor type of thing, or if you just like, or if you just want to be like that. There's a social. You know, just like funny things maybe in here. Like Loser Insane chat about eating eggplants. Sane said something about drunkenness to Warner. So you know, it shows you like their relationships. What year they have on, a lot of things. Yeah, there's so much to this game. It's literally just insane. And there's probably stuff I'm missing. So sorry if I am, but this game has so much, and I can't go over everything, or else this video would be hours. I don't know how long this video would. I don't know, hours long. I want to say insane. But since now those people are lovers, I want to make them a double wide bed. A double bed. And then you can assign beds to people. But since, well actually, yeah, I don't need that. But just keep it just in case. Like if you have like, if you rescue someone, then maybe you can put them in there. Or I think it also changes to hospital or a prisoner. Try and recruit them, or and whatnot. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah. Yeah, for prisoners or for medical, like if your colonist has like a wound, you can put them in a medical place. If like someone trashed on the ground over here and picking them up, then maybe we're done in a prisoner bed, or maybe you can put them in like the regular bed or medical bed, and then maybe they would just leave afterwards. But if you want to maybe just try and keep them to recruit them, then maybe prisoner would be the way to go. Yeah, sorry if I'm doing anything bad or lying accidentally in anything. But yeah, there's a lot to this game. There's a lot to this game. That's for sure. That is for sure. Come on, please do that so we can start getting electricity going. Oh yeah, see, we're making electricity now. So I'll try and show you, a light. If there's lights available in the yes, standing lamps. Yeah, so let's give everyone a standing lamp. And then, like, I would say haul this out of here because they don't like that. So, yeah, maybe them like a hauling stockpile, or maybe they have them like, maybe like a dumping stockpile. Maybe put some other place so they don't see it, so maybe cover it or whatnot. But then also you can do stockpile zones. So like, yeah. So then they can haul like all of this stuff into the stockpile. Yeah. I mean, there's so much you can do. You can do in this game. It's insane. I'll just expand this. So more things to be hauled, like the steel to be hauled in there. But you can customize this to your liking. Like if you just wanted like food in there, then you can clear everything and only allow food. But if you want to allow everything, then you need to allow everything. So it really just depends. Like if you're making like a freezer or a refrigerator, then you may only allow like fresh and food and stuff that like is for that. Or if you're doing like maybe like an Orden should maybe be in a refrigerated environment. So maybe you can put those in there. There's so much you can do in this game, so much stuff. And it says there's no electricity, but it's just kind of interesting because I have power. Oh, my bad. Nah. Yeah, so connect the power to that. And then, yeah, I see we have power now. And so then, right, we can hook up, where is that at? I'm trying to, well, there's recreation. They can do like horseshoes. Where's the like air conditioner? Am I just blind? It was here, right? Am I blind? Or, oh no! Oh my gosh, I am. It's the thing on temperature, and then you can have like you can do something like that, and then they can have vents going to different places. So then to be more efficient. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with this game, and this is just like I don't know if this is really even scratching the surface. I mean, there's so much you can do in this game. It's insane. Yeah, so then you have to have stockpiles to haul your stuff into. There's visitors. Let's see. Can you? No, I don't think you can trade with them. I think if it was like a question mark, over them, then you may be able to trade with them, or may even tell you too. Yeah. Someone's defenses, batteries, meal source. Yeah, but anyways, there's so much to do in this game. I can go on and on and on. The best way to do it is experience it yourself. If you want to truly experience everything this game has to offer, because this game is, I would say, like so great. I mean, this game. Oh yeah, you can get diffs. There's so much. There's so much in this game. It's insane. The best way to experience, I would say, is experience it yourself and experience how just the greatness or whatever of this game. You can customize this. Like, if you want it to be like a chiller, then you can do that. Yeah, it's just there's so much to this game. I mean, I tell you some time I'm playing it, but I really should end it up because this video is long enough. I can't really go over everything anyway, show you everything anyway, because that would just be way too much. But yeah, this game has so much to offer, so much to do, so much in it, and there's so much. You have a history, you have a draft to show you like how you progressed. You have messages, you have statistics, how long you played, and all of that. You have factions, you can, and then you can change your settings, like if you want to change your auto-save interval right in the background, graphics. You can change your storyteller, if you're like I don't like Randy, you can change that. Maybe if you have it on like a different type of mode, maybe you can, but maybe it's locked if you have it on like some other type of mode. You can pause stuff, you can have a learning helper on. Interface, you can change the UI style, the temperature, if you want Fahrenheit, Celsius, or if you want Kelvin even. Up and below portrait, you can, there's so much. Oh, so much you can do in this game. It's insane. And then there's monotone and rim saves, so that like it saves, so you can have like custom saves. You can like customize your own saves. You can like be like blah blah blah, blah. And then yeah. So I mean, yeah, this game is really like insane and crazy. This game has so much. It's just, yeah, this game is crazy. This game is just such a. The game has so much to offer. It's really it's insane. I'm can't wait to speeches. I don't know what to say. Let's just mine some more steel. And then try and have it be sort of timeless or not idle, because that's just like a waste of time. There's always something to do in this game, I want to say. And then like I haven't even showed you like how to touch things. You can have like electric stoves. And then man, there's so much. There's a butcher table if you want to like if you like slaughter an animal. Man, you can have crematoriums, you can make your own art, you can have your own research, and do stuff on research benches, you can make your own clothes. I think there's like nutrient benches if you're like really tiny desperate or very early tiny gamer or so. Yes, I think it makes like accepts raw food. So I mean, yeah, you can also make batteries. I wouldn't recommend putting other stuff, and I mean like maybe all one place. I maybe recommend maybe having like separate places. Maybe having like a like place for your talents to sleep, and then having maybe a stockpile zone, maybe like off to the side. Maybe having like a dumping stockpile over here. Maybe having like just different places for different things. I'm not trying everything all at once. I'm just trying to have things be the easiest to show you. Um, I'm trying to make it easy for y'all in this and the time being. Then see he took the store and just butchered it, and now you can took that meat over here and the electric stove. Let's see if someone will do it. I just made someone do it. Oh yeah, see, yep, he's touching the meat, then storing it since there's not really any space in here. Yeah, I need a bigger space. It's right. Yeah, there's so much to do in this game, but I'm just gonna end it because this video is long enough. There's still so much to this game. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I did good. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you got something out of it. So hopefully it was good and you learned something and got something out of it. And just, yeah, hopefully I was good. And hopefully I'm better with these videos as time goes on. And just, thank you for watching. And also, as you see, like, if you survive long enough, play long enough, you can have a chance to randomize your place, randomize your settlement, and your faction. If you go to the map, then you would see we're now called that, and our faction is now that. So yeah, there's so much to this game, but you can learn it as you go if you play this game. Hopefully I showed you enough though and all was good. Just thank you for watching if you watched, and if you watched all the way through if you watched. Just have a great day. And just bye bye for now.